Hi, Aries. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and today I'm here to discuss the horoscope for April of 2026. And so this is your month, so it's exciting, right? When the sun is in your sign, the sun is shining on you, and the sun is the sense of ourself. The sun is life. It gives strength, it helps the food grow. But the sun is our self-identity. That's why when we say, gee, my sun, I have a Sagittarius sun or a Gemini sun, things like that, right? Well, this is your month, and the sun is in your sign until it moves, until the 20th when the sun will move into Taurus. But at the beginning of the month, we have the full moon in your opposite sign. So that is, I've already done that video, and that is the full moon in Libra. And that's important for you because your opposite sign is always important in your horoscope, in your chart. Yes, it is, all the time. So the full moon in Libra is trying to show you something. So if you like, go check that video out. And that happens on April 1st. So I'm recording this. Today is the 30th. And so we have your natal Mars, Aries. And what is Mars about? Mars is the planet of action, right? It's the planet of war, really, but that is just in one sense, of course, right? But the planet of action and courage. So, this is a great month to start new things. This is why, you are part of spring, right? When the sun enters your sign, we had the spring equinox. But yeah, and so natal Mars rather, the is in Pisces until the 9th, okay? And in your 12th house, we are closing out cycles. So when the sun is in Pisces, right? And but we're talking about natal Mars too, but it's similar though. But when, natal Mars will be in Pisces until the 9th. When it moves into your sign, Aries, it is definitely putting kind of putting pressure on you to step into whatever you want, to create, right? To have courage about whatever you want. And so that's going to happen. And so um yeah, we'll move into your sign where you're more powerful, right? When your own planet, your ruling planet is in your sign and the sun is in your sign. Very powerful there. Um and so the sun in your sign can help you to kind of stay focused on new endeavors, right? Perhaps raising the bar. And so for the month of in April, right? And as the sun asks you, well, to step into your truest nature, Aries, that's what the sun wants for us to be authentic. Kind of like we, out in the world, when the sun is shining, there's nothing to hide, right? So the sun rules Leo and the fifth house of talents and self-expression. So when the sun is in your sign, definitely helping you to step into your truest nature, right? Your true identity. And so Mars, your natal Mars, is going to conjoin Neptune on the 12th. This is a powerful alignment. This is in Aries, definitely, in your sign. And this is a powerful conjunction where they get together and they really support one another. That is, for the most part, the conjunction is, really the highest aspect in the chart, right? They're together and they are, supporting one another. But Mars will bring its assertiveness and its can-do attitude blending with Neptune. Neptune is our idealism and what we believe in. Oh, that can, it's kind of like very idealistic, or that can happen, but it gets a little dreamy sometimes. It's creative, it's compassionate, and it is also, Neptune wants us to align with the universe, like to surrender and let go of, in transcend and overcome everything, overcome fears and doubts and, things of the past, but to do it in like surrendering to the universe. Yeah, I believe in the divine. And that's what Neptune wants us to do. When Mars aligns with that, this can really give you Aries can give you the courage and the drive to really to believe in your dreams and your visions, because that's what Neptune is all about as well. And so this can inspire your creativity, but be watchful as well, because sometimes Neptune is so dreamy and daydreaming and, fantasy and creative. It can get a little escapism, like a little kind of avoidant or, but uncertain. So watch out for that. But Neptune does want you to trust your intuition. So it takes a little, hey, I do really trust my intuition, but it also wants us to really kind of, surrender to the divine, right? Once we do that, we can calm. Um, Yeah, we can calm the nervous system as well once we are really letting go and kind of all is well and things like that, right? Now, Mars will also conjoin with Saturn, but Saturn will be there as well with Neptune and Mars, right? But Saturn wants us to do the hard work or be realistic. So we're going to have Saturn, Mars, and Neptune all together. Great combination because we can trust our intuition, but we can also be self-disciplined and mature and look at things, realistically as well. We still have to live on this earth, right? Yeah, we do with the, in this physical suit, right? And so Mars with Saturn will blend courage and drive and self-discipline, right? There could be a need for controlled action and maturity. There might. You may be tested on something, Aries, like have you done the work on yourself? You could be, right? We're all kind of working on ourselves. And Saturn wants to know if you're prepared, right? Saturn will impose patience on us. Like, I really want that to be done now. I want that to be finished. And Saturn wants you to wait and sometimes bring in karmic lessons, but it teaches us patience and discipline, self-discipline, right? Which is a good thing, and determination, right? That's what Saturn wants for us. And why does it want that? Because it wants us to achieve. Saturn rules the 10th house of authority and ambition, personal authority over our lives and, leading figures or, higher ups and those people as well. But our own authority in our own lives, really important, right? So Saturn wants us to achieve, right? And then on the 19th, the sun is going to enter Taurus, entering your house of finances, possessions, and well-being. So Aries, when the sun enters Taurus, now this will be a little bit more on your second house, right? And Venus will be in Taurus, where it's very powerful because it's in resonance. Venus rules Taurus and Venus rules Libra. So when it's in Taurus or one of its kind of home signs, it's in resonance or it is exalted. It is definitely. And Mercury, the planet of communication, entered your sign, and thinking entered your sign on the 14th. So we have all these planets lining up really in your first house of self. So it's kind of asking you, like, what do you want to do for yourself? Really, this is how I see it. Because Aries is the first sign, the cardinal sign. I want to do that. I'm going to go get that, right? Aries, really, when we talk about Aries, if we look at the word, it means arise or rise up. That's really what it means. So this could be definitely a month of action for you. It can be a time for reflection because we're going to have Mercury there. Mercury wants us to be smart and analyze before we jump, right? Basically. And so um, and Mercury is going to be at 8 degrees I'm sorry, of Aries as it conjoins Saturn, right? And so Mercury at 8 degrees is really asking us what needs to change or transform, right? Or possibly regenerate. But the eighth, the eighth degree, is referring to the eighth house of Scorpio, which is transformation and regeneration, right? It can't ask you to look at something and like try to really see it in a very a spiritual way or an intuitive way. The eighth house rules psychic ability. It can, like, oh, to try to understand it at a deeper level. That's really what that means, right? And we have Mercury and Mars. We are going to have those conjoining as well. It's going to help you move forward, smarter, enhancing self-expression. Yeah, it's a really good thing there for sure. And then on the 23rd, we have Venus makes a perfect conjunction with Uranus. So that's going to be in your second house in Taurus, and they're both at 29 degrees, Aries. So, Uranus at 29 degrees means something has to change because Uranus is kind of like the tower. It's the planet of unexpected changes, innovation, can be technology, but it's breakthroughs as well, like, intuitive breakthroughs and things like that. It is about doing things better and independence. Uranus rules like the rebel in us. It really does. So at 29 degrees, the anaretic, most powerful degree is asking you to complete something, do it, right? And so Uranus will always ask for a certain amount of courage, really, because it's going to change things up for us sometimes, whether we like it or not, all right? So Uranus will make that perfect conjunction, or Venus will make it with Uranus. So it can be about your finances, your love life, how you create, possibly how you create, it's creativity as well. Venus rules Libra. That can be about beauty and creativity. And so, but also your financial relationship or, your financial situation. But also Venus rules self-care and self-love, for sure it does. And so maybe there's something about that that needs to change, right? Venus rules the second house of Taurus, which is self-love and the finances as well. So it can also be about how you relate to others and how you want to create harmony and balance in your life. There could be something going on there, close to that conjunction when we have, Venus Venus making, and that'll be after the 20th, right? Venus making a conjunction with Taurus. Yeah, I mean with Uranus. Um, that is on the 23rd. Yeah, when we have that. So, um, And then Venus will move into your third house, Aries. It's going to move into your third house of thinking and communication, which includes a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Ideas, plans, and goals, the third house. So when Uranus moves in there, there can be big changes, maybe how you think, or it can be, I'd have to look closer, of course, at your own chart. But it's going to be a really good month for you, Aries. And so take advantage when the sun is in your sign, yeah, shining on you and things of that nature. Thank you so much for joining me here. If you've enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell if you want to be notified of my next upload. Also, if you want a reading with me, I'm a psychic. I do past life readings, lots of great readings. Check out my website, and yeah, and that is listed below in the description box. Thanks so much.